About a yard.
Yeah,
about a two-yard separation there.
He's even looking forward when he let it go. It appears to be a tough break for the Riders. But it's history now. They got to forget about it, move on, and stop this Argonauts offense, and that will help.
With the ball and nowhere to go,
Barker
number 7,
is dropped
Jay Barker.
By number 38, George White.
Barker sacked by number 38, George White.
Nowhere to run for Jay Barker. You know, smart play. He could have thrown it away, or could, just get down. And it looks like he kind of got caught in between doing both. But Jay's going to try to create something. Realizes that he can't outrun McCarty and White coming and pursuing, and he just kind of falls down. Smart play. Don't turn it over. Let your team go out there, punt it away, and pin him back into poor field position.
Chance McCarty in on that play as well as George White, a couple of first-year players for Saskatchewan, making some plays. And Noel Prefontaine will kick it away from his own 45-yard line. That's where it's scooped up by Gulliford. Looking for some room. Eric Gulliford gets to around the 25-yard line. And that's where Burris will take over. And we will take a break. 27-15 Toronto on top.
Swipe your club card at Safeway.
Very, very nice ceremony at halftime to honor the great wide receiver of the Saskatchewan Roughriders, Don Narcisse, and he is right now with our Ray Morris.
He has 919 career receptions, a CFL record. Don Narcisse, 13 years here in Saskatchewan, an opportunity to be honored by over 20,000 here. Your thoughts?
I tell you what, it was great. I enjoyed my stay here. I was very blessed to play 13 years in the same place, and man, it's just great.
What's next for Don Narcisse?
I tell you what, I got a lot of business opportunities that's out there. I've been waiting for this to close up. I've been waiting to close the chapter up for the Saskatchewan Roughriders, and I'm going to be able to do whatever I want to do, and I'm going to prosper in it.
What is your fondest memory of being here in Saskatchewan for as long as you were?
I tell you what, just the fan support. The Rider fans are something else. But when I got a chance to fly my dad down for the first time in his life, he got a chance to witness his son be the all-time leading receiver. Man, that's going to last forever.
Don, best of luck down the road.
Well, thank you very much. And for all you kids, dreams do come true.
Back to Dave.
Class act. There's a classy ceremony by the Riders. Here's Burris going to the air. To number 82, Daryl Hobbs. Now, he is wearing 82 now, but during the preseason, he was wearing number 80. That belonged to Don Narcisse. It's what he wore in previous seasons down in the NFL, and he wanted to hang on to it, but given the situation, he made a nice move himself and upped his number to 82.
Good call. Didn't want to get behind the 8-ball from the get-go.
Yeah.
I'm watching Henry Burris throw the ball out here. He's making this look like an arena football league size field. He's throwing the ball around here at will now.
Got a good arm, but he's got some work to do. Down by 12 out of the shotgun, looking to pass again. Lots of time, and he's got Farthing over the middle. He threaded the needle there as Glenn Young was all over Farthing, and he put it right on the number 10.
Great protection by Terry and Green. Comiskey, O'Day. Look at this pocket just right up in here, folks. Just a huge pocket. He's going to step up in this hole right here. Buy himself some time.
Ball now marked on the Argo 34.
Oh, and Farthing does a great job of shielding the defender off and stopping and opening up some space, and gives Henry Burris a spot to throw it to, and he delivers the mail.
It's two big plays. They got a big run from Tyler, followed by that 17-yard pass to Farthing. That pass is high and almost picked off again. Wayne Shaw was in the area. A lot of Argos were there, and Burris got away with one.
Yeah, trying to look for them to be setting up the hitch and go. We saw it earlier in the first half, and they ran the hitches there. They're trying to set Toronto up. I know Danny Barrett, he loved that play, and I don't know if they'll come back to it right away, but look for that down the road here. They've set it up a few times now, a couple of quick hitches, and high percentage throws for Henry Burris.
It'll be 2nd and 10 now from the Toronto 34-yard line. Here's Burris out of that shotgun. In amongst 3 Argos, and he's complete to number 88, Curtis Marsh.
Number 88, Curtis Marsh.
Boy, he's spreading around now. Get him out and around. Give him some vision. Don't let them get a beat on the young quarterback. Move him. Move him. There he is standing right there. It's just a hammer. It's just a flat over the top and a hook. Real simple pattern.
We're seeing some real good passes.
165, what you call that one? Put the ball on the money. Move the chains.
He is putting it on the money, and it's another first down. Flags are on this play. He's going into the end zone. It is high, but he had a free play by the looks of things, as flags were everywhere. Henry Burris burst onto the scene last year with the Calgary Stampeders when Dave Dickinson got hurt early in the season. In a game against Edmonton, Burris came in against their Alberta rivals and rallied the team. They were down in the ball game when he came in. He rallied the team, won that ball game.
Offside. Toronto 96. First down.
Then they went into Montreal the next week. He had to start against a very good Alouette team that had yet to lose a game, and they lost when he was through with them. And it was basically those two games, Matt, that the Roughriders hung their hat on when they went out to sign him.
This right here, this completion percentage is improved drastically the second half. He's really coming on now.
More flags on that play.
Hey, let's get out of here. Let's go.
Flag blown dead.
Burris is really feeling it now. He's 6 of his last 7 through the air. Another penalty against the Argos. He doesn't have to pass the ball if the Argos keep backing up.
Well, just a great job of...
Toronto 96. First down.
That's exactly why they're drawn offsides. Great voice inflection there, pulling them offsides. Young quarterback showing us he's mature.
They're on the doorstep now. He hands off to Tyler, who's got no room. That Argonauts defense stuffed him. Martavius Houston says that ball was loose. I think he's going to lose that argument. And it will be second down.
Tackled by 73, Calvin Tiggle.
You know, I say that Henry Burris is mature down there using his voice inflection. That's something they work on. I guarantee it, that's what Danny Barrett brings to this football team and this young quarterback. Is the ability to utilize the entire package, the smarts, the wherewithal in order to go down there and draw a team off. Have the smarts, the patience in order to do that.
This is the 9th play of a long drive for the Riders. They were deep earlier in the game. Another flag. Did he draw them offside again? No, this one's going to go against the Riders.
Looks like a time count violation. Rob saying just didn't get the ball off, possibly offsides, whatever. There's straight penalties back and forth right now.
Second down.
Situations where running out of time, probably offensive lineman saw the clock was running down, wanted to move because he knew he didn't have a choice. And
it was Dan Comiskey that got flagged on the play, and Danny Barrett's got to be upset because I was just about to say they were deep in this end of the field earlier in the ball game. They didn't get a touchdown. They did not get a field goal as McCallum missed it. They had to settle for a single. Now they got to start thinking, we got to punch this into the end zone with 2.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Burris floats it up, looking for Marsh. No! The coverage was there from Byron Capers.
Pass intended for number 88, Curtis Marsh.
Not enough separation, Matt.
Incomplete. Coverage on the play.
Not enough separation. You know, Curtis Marsh is now in the slot right here. He was at wide out, but now he's in the slot. They're bringing some heat on Henry. He just throws it up early, throws off his back foot, doesn't get a lot on it, runs a good route. Ball's a little underthrown. He can't come up with the catch. But Capers, you know, he was beaten on the play. And again, Burris was under pressure, had to throw off his back foot.
A 69-yard drive stalls. The field goal try from around 22 is good from Paul McCallum. And it's 27-18. Good one going here at Taylor Field in Regina. It's been a busy week for the CFL on TSN. John Wells and Glenn Suter were in Calgary last night. They will be in Hamilton tomorrow night for a good ball game. The BC Lions taking on the defending Grey Cup champs. We got that one for you on Adidas Friday Night Football. Jimmy Kemp is back in the game at quarterback for the Argonauts. He hands the ball off there to Michael Jenkins. So the musical quarterbacks continue here for the Argos. Barker is out. Kemp is right back in, Matt.
Hey, great numbers. You know, and the interception that you see right here at the end of the board, right here, folks, that wasn't Jimmy Kemp's fault. He was getting popped in the mouth, and that one went straight up in the air. That was a free-for-all, but maybe the fog has lifted for Kemp, and he's able to see a level playing field now. And Jay got a little time. Now it's Kemp's turn.
Gain of 9 on that last play. Second and very short. And the handout goes to Jenkins. He's got that and a whole lot more across the 45-yard line of the Saskatchewan Roughriders. This guy has not looked bad at all.
It's just 23-year-old. It's just formationing, Dave. You know, they've just formation Saskatchewan this entire game, and now they catch him off guard. They've got everybody lined up to the field. They squeeze him inside. He bounces outside. It's actually a bounce play. Actually, a bounce play adjustment. Nice seal right here. Jenkins sees that. He's out and around, and that's just formation. That play from the start, before the snap of the ball, was going to be successful based on formation.
And the ball goes right back to Jenkins. He goes back to that left side, and he's still on his feet. Michael Jenkins to the 15-yard line. You know, before he transferred to Arkansas,
Omar Morgan.
he played for Wyoming, and in one game in Ohio State, he rushed for close to 250 yards at Ohio State. So the guy can roll up the numbers.
He's a workhorse. He loves getting a lot of work, like most backs do.
Argonauts have the ball now.
And
Rider at 15.
as good backs do, they get better with every carry.
They're sitting right on the doorstep now at the 15-yard line. And they hand the ball off this time to Clemens, who fights his way inside the 10, just inside.
Tackled by 43.
The Argos, who showed a lot of pass early on in this game, have started running the ball. Jenkins is coming back in. Not a bad debut for Michael Jenkins. And you know what? We talked to J.I. Albrecht before this ball game, and there's been so much bad press about John Ewart and Albrecht, and he's telling us about these players. They're saying, hey, where did you see these guys play? Well, who's laughing right now? Jenkins through the middle, not in, as he's met by a whole bunch of Green Riders, including number 22, Alundis Bryce.
Back out of the end zone by 22, Alundis Bryce.
And that was the last play of the third quarter. We'll come back with the Argonauts looking to punch it in. Right now it's 27-18, back to CFL control.
Fans, it's time for our next Safeway Fan in the Stands giveaway.
The CFL live on TSN at the quarter.
Oh, you know, a lot of eyebrows were raised, including about 6 of them in here when the Argos dressed 5 running backs and went with that 2 tight end set. But I tell you, they are pounding it, especially right now.
Hey, what's going on? We're having a revolution in the Canadian Football League. John Ewart, what can I say? Hey, the 2 tight ends, the 5 running backs are working. You're controlling the line of scrimmage. You're dominating the clock. You're eating up valuable time. And if you can hang on and get a win here, this is a huge win for your football team. A team that's been highly criticized, and it certainly appears at this point, a team maybe that's been unjustly criticized, Chris.
And, you know, if I was Danny Barrett, I would kind of confront my offensive line and say, guys, this is when I need you. Look at what they're doing to us. To us, they're running the ball right off the edge. They're completely dominating the line of scrimmage. You are my veteran guys, John Terry, Andrew Green, Comiskey, O'Day. You got to get your act together, protect my quarterback, because that is the strength of the team, and they haven't dominated the way the Argos had with those 2 tight ends, and it does surprise me, James.
You're starting to sound like a coach.
Well, maybe a little bit, you know, because it is a position I'm familiar with, but the 2 tight ends, the whole idea is to have a physical mismatch, right, and that's what they're getting.
And take my advice, keep the cushy job.
I will.
Yeah,
I know.
You learned that one. And, you know, Jenkins been very impressive on this drive. And how about Pinball Clemens, especially on that one run? And by the way, we had a couple more looks. It was 3 yards forward, but it was still a very impressive run by Pinball Clemens, and the Argos driving again with the lead.
Yeah, there was an awful lot of talk before these guys had even played a game. And I think maybe after tonight, if this keeps going the way it has been for 3 quarters, maybe all the teams in the league are going to start giving their players popsicles. Here are the numbers after 3 quarters, Matt.
The rushing yard is very impressive. But last year, Toronto did not have a rushing game. And right here, this is going to wear on Saskatchewan this 4th quarter. When you can control the football on the line of scrimmage like they're doing with the rushing game, that right there is going to dictate the end of this football game, because Saskatchewan's not going to have a lot left in the tank.
Well, right now, that Gary Etcheberry defense has to come up with a huge stand. 1st and goal from the 2-yard line. Kemp hands off. Here comes Jenkins. No.
With the ball, number 27, Michael Jenkins. Met with a wall of green.
Aaron
led
Collins.
by number 47, Aaron
Hello.
Collins, and number 38, George White.
Aaron Collins just steps up and says, hello. Say hello to my little face mask. And he just, he blows him up right there, stuffs him on the goal line. That's goal line defense
That's a good stick right there, and Gary Etcheverry loves every bit of it. A solid 4-year man out of Penn State. Here they go again. Kemp again to Jenkins, and this time he's in. Touchdown, Argos.
Leaping over the pack, number 27.
Impressive drive by the Argonauts, Dave. All the way down the field, rushing the football, controlling the line of scrimmage, formation, and then giving themselves a chance of success. And they were going to go left. They're going to go left. They went left 7 times in a row, I believe, and then right back up the middle, crossed them up, and they found a crease enough to get in the end zone.
And you saw the reaction from John Heward, which was basically the way he's looked ever since we've seen him the last 2 days. He's very, very even keel. Not too high, not too low. Eric Tillman talked about perhaps a revolution happening in the CFL. It's not only are popsicles going to be all the rage, but maybe this double tight end set could be all the rage. The Argos have a comfy little lead with 13:59 to go in the ball game. It's 34-18 Argos. 7-play drive that went 75 yards of good old-fashioned smash-mouth football, and it was Jenkins, and a little more Michael Jenkins, Matt, to punch it in.
And he was the beneficiary of some great blocking up front, great formation, play calling. Jude St. John pulls on the touchdown and opens up a gigantic hole just off center, and it was basically a walk-in for 6.
Here's Deion Tyler, who had a nice return the last time he got his hands on the ball, but right now the story is the other new running back that we're just seeing here on TSN, and that is Michael Jenkins.
That's not bad. That's not bad right there.
Spotted on the rider 42.
Touchdown look right here. You see Jude St. John pulling right here, kicking out. Jenkins just goes straight up the gap. Here's Jude right there, 66, pulling. Watch him step up. Take on. All right. Piece of cake. That's power football at its best right there.
Elias Bryce met him at the line, but it was a mismatch going in. Here's Burris swinging out to the wide side of the field. He's got Marsh. That is complete close to midfield. So now it's time for the Riders to complete their drives. They've been moving the ball down the field, but they haven't been able to hit the end zone, and right now that's the difference.
Yeah, you got to finish those drives, and that's going to win the ball games. You got to get majors, and we've seen Toronto do that, been able to do that, control the line of scrimmage.
Ball now on the rider 54.
Control the line of scrimmage against a team that was run on and run on run on all of last year. Maybe they're not as improved as they thought they were.
The Riders gave up 164 yards a game. There's Burris up in the air. He's got a man again. Eric Gulliford, who appears to be his favorite target tonight.
Gets the first down and then is brought down by
that was a real weakness last year, was defending the run.
Gulliford's right here. He's been a target of Burris all night long. He's been spreading the ball around really well. Farthing, Hobbs, Gulliford, and here's Gulliford sitting in the hole, showing us a strong arm. Burris just sticks it to him, then simple football. Find a hole in the zone and sit down.
On the 36-yard line, Burris out of the pocket again. Here comes the heat. He locks it up. Marsh is there. Flags on the play.
Intended for number 88, Curtis Marsh, and there are flags.
So who's it going to be against, Marsh or the Toronto defense?
Flip a coin, I'm going to say Toronto.
Looks like Danny Barrett is already, yeah, there you go.
You know, good effort by Marsh, you know, going up, being aggressive to the football, and when you're going being aggressive to the football, more
pass interference. Toronto number 9, first down.
Wayne Shaw. It's a 35-yard pass, and now they go sit on the goal line.
The owner of vehicle license WGL.
Yeah, pretty obvious right there. Wayne Shaw just bats him in the back there and pushes him in the back and causes the interference. And again, Marsh is being aggressive to the football and going after the football where Shaw did not know where it was.
First and goal from the 2, Tyler. And he is stuffed.
With the ball for the Riders, number 35.
Dion Tyler trying to answer what Jenkins did down at the other end. Now, the difference between Jenkins and Tyler, they're both around the same height. In fact, Tyler's a little taller, but Jenkins is 207. Tyler's just 180.
Yeah, exactly. And Toronto's defense is trying to do exactly what a little payback down there, because Jenkins took a shot down there earlier, and Martavis Houston laid a lick on him there a couple of times.
I think they're in 3-down football, don't you think here, Matt?
Have to score here. Got to get a major.
They go back to Tyler, and Tyler is not in. In fact, the ball is loose, and the Argonauts have it. And things go from bad to worse for the Roughriders.
Fumble on the play.
A killer. John Heward's defense steps up big. Wayne Blair came up with the football, and that look kind of says it all, Matt.
Yeah, it's great second effort. He gets spun around. He's got a low center of gravity. Boom. Ball's gone already. He never had handle of the football. It looked like he dropped it. A poor quarterback, running back exchange here, which happens. Ball hits. Oh, he had that ball cleanly. He just dropped it going on the line of scrimmage, trying to get himself positioned to turn and twist and try to fight for the end zone. Burris gave it to him, and young man just put it on the ground across his team.
4 turnovers. Now, they've got to forget about that. There's 11 and a half minutes to go. They've got Toronto on their own goal line. They got to keep them there. Here's the challenge for Gary Echeverry's defense.
Jenkins.
I think they hear you, Dave. They know exactly the situation, and they came hard there trying to pin Toronto back down
Jenkins
here.
stopped up by 38. George White.
They went to Jenkins again to see if he could get them a little bit of room.
He's used to carrying the rock quite often. You're talking about his Ohio State game. Kid can flat out run. And the more he totes the rock, the better he gets.
Now there's a look at the man who created that dominant defense for the Argos last year, in the past couple of seasons, as a matter of fact. He's now in charge of the defense here in Saskatchewan, Gary Echeverry. And here's a big test for his unit. 2nd and 8. Kemp throwing out of his own end zone. Tyrone Brown almost had it,
Pass intended for
but
number
couldn't
83,
hang on.
Tyrone Brown. It was in.
No damage done.
Beautiful throw behind. This is a planned throw behind. The ball is behind the receiver. Ball is behind the receivers where he can adjust, and the defensive back does not know and can't react quickly enough. Just didn't come down with it. Pretty ball by Kemp. I know that T. Brown would like to have that one back. Getting back to Echeverry, I think one of the best defense coordinators in the league, along with Don Southern. Just fantastic.
And he's got to be happy with the coverage there by Omar Morgan, who did a decent job, I think, breaking up the tail end of it, as Brown just couldn't squeeze it. But Etch certainly doesn't look happy right now. There's Morgan, one of 4 rookies back there for the Riders at a BYU. And it looks like they're going to give him field position here, Matt. Might give up a safety, perhaps.
It's a smart play.
Yeah, why not? A field position move as Pinball Clemens is going to concede the single point. Take a few precious seconds off the clock.
Looked like he almost blew out a knee there, too, trying to throttle down. Pinball lost a little juice in his legs there.
Yeah.
You see him kind of get caught there. Look at him. He knows
Sorry,
it,
Matt.
too.
I think I said single point. Obviously, safety. Yeah, it's 2. Anyway, it's a 14-point game, so it's well within range. There's 10 minutes to go. 34-20. Argos.
Welcome back to TSN Tonight. I'm Rod Smith. We'll get you back to Taylor Field and more fourth quarter action in just a moment. But in baseball, the Toronto Blue Jays in Cleveland hoping to avoid a 3-game sweep at the hand of the Indians. In top of the 3rd, 1-0 Jays. Carlos Delgado, he had a night. 2 runners on. Knocks a single into right. Makes it 3-0 Blue Jays. Top 6, 4-3 Jays. Delgado at it again. A double to right. Brings it in 2 more for Toronto. 4 RBIs in the night for Delgado and a 6-3 Blue Jay lead. Top 9. It's 9-6 Jays, and Billy Koch getting Alex Ramirez swinging to end it, and Toronto does salvage a win at Jacobs Field, winning it 9-6.